If I can not skull this one over the green, I might not look like an idiot. What's up, y'all? My name's Rich. This is not my garage, and you're watching Garage Gym Grandpa. Wait, hold on. I hear you talking out there. Rich, what are you doing at a golf course? That's not your garage. There's no gym there. I mean, golf is for old people, so you got the grandpa part. Hey now, ever since Tiger Woods, golf has attracted a much younger audience, and Tiger Woods is now over 50. All right, we're getting off track. Anyway, I decided to go in a little bit different direction than planned for this video for a couple of reasons. One, the garage is going through some renovations. There's going to be some surprises. It's pretty sweet. We'll cover that in the next video. But more importantly, I wanted to talk about weight loss today. Like I talked about in the last video, I was 240 pounds and completely out of shape a year ago. As we also talked about in the last video, this whole journey is me going from that all the way to stepping on stage at a bodybuilding competition using only my home gym here in my garage and ChatGPT as my coach. And without the weight loss, there is no bodybuilding competition. Spoiler alert, it wasn't 240 pounds of muscle. And there is no YouTube channel. And this morning, I woke up at 189.5 pounds, which means I have officially lost 50 pounds. So I wanted to share with you guys how I did that with no diet plan, no pre-packaged meal subscription, and no gym membership, and definitely not starving myself. So that leads us back to the golf course, sort of. Just stay with me. We also talked about in the last video how weight loss is all about burning more calories than you eat. But how do you do that? Well, let's look at the burning calories part first. There's a lot of ways to burn calories. There is the treadmill. There is running outside like a caveman. There is the elliptical. There's resistance training, aka strength training, aka weight training. But there's also lots of other things that are frankly way more fun. Playing golf, for example. Badly. Very badly. Anyway, I wanted to bring this up because so often we hear about burning more calories than we eat to burn fat, but don't really know how. How many calories should I eat? How many calories do I need to burn? How many calories do certain things burn? And a lot of times we don't really know, and it's hard to start when you don't have any idea where to start. I know, that's why I didn't start till I was 50. So finally, back to the golf course. So this weekend, I decided to grab Garage Gym Uncle Dan and play some golf. We had a beautiful day for the middle of December, which doesn't often happen here. So we went out to play 9 holes. Again, badly. But who cares? It was a blast. Getting out in the fresh air and having some fun can do a lot for you. Most importantly, for our context here, burn calories. Your current weight and some other factors determine how many, but some studies have shown that even with a cart, and yes, I get a cart rather than walking because I need to save all my energy for hitting shots into the woods and the water. But even with a cart, you can burn as much as 410 to 420 calories. And that's a lot of calories. And most people would have no idea that you can burn that many calories shanking golf shots into houses. And that's where, for me, ChatGPT came into play. So what we're going to do is take a look at my ChatGPT log for the day that I decided to disgrace or hit the links. Keep in mind that this was a rest day for me, so no weight training. I also recently hurt my Achilles, and despite getting the elliptical for just that reason, I didn't want to push it after playing golf for a couple of hours. So no cardio that day either. I mentioned some garage renovations earlier. I did have those to do after golf. So this could definitely look like a typical day for anybody. So let's take a funky video transition ride over to ChatGPT and see how I use it and see what that day looked like. Okay, so here is my ChatGPT log. And this wasn't a normal day in my ChatGPT log. Typically, I had this for breakfast, this for lunch, this for dinner. I did this long on the elliptical and did weight training for this long, and it's pretty boring. This day I wanted to show you because there's no lifting, there's no cardio. It's just pretty much a regular day with the golf and doing some work in my garage. So, as you can see, I put normal breakfast and lunch. We'll go over that in a little bit. For dinner, we went out, had hibachi, had steak and shrimp with the veggies and fried rice. I didn't eat all the rice, but I had 5 pieces of sushi to make up for that. Like I said, no cardio or lifting, but did have the golf and did have the putting something together, which is censored because I don't want to ruin the surprise for the next video. And I got about 15,000 steps in that day between the golf and working in the garage for hours. So as you can see here now, ChatGPT is going to start counting everything for me, basically. So I don't have to do all the work. The breakfast, you'll see there, normal breakfast. It, I've been putting this in so it knows what I have for breakfast every day. I have a protein shake with non-fat milk pretty much every day, just because it's quick and easy and pretty low calorie with high protein. And then it again already knows my lunch. Typically eat a protein bar for lunch and have a glass of milk. Now, I don't recommend this for anybody else's diet. I need to start eating some more whole foods instead of ultra processed. But for now, it's quick and easy and keeps my calories down and my protein up. And then here now, ChatGPT is going to start estimating for me. So with the hibachi steak and shrimp, it's going to estimate the steak, it's going to estimate the shrimp and the veggies with the cooking oil and butter in there. So we're estimating about 600 calories and 53 grams of protein, which is great. And then going to put the fried rice in there at 275 calories and 6 grams of protein, and the sushi at 325 calories with 22 grams of protein. That's great protein also there. And then we're going to total it up. So that dinner is 1,200 calories and 81 grams of protein. So, you can still eat out even when you're trying to lose weight. You don't have to eat boring food. I had a nice hibachi dinner eating out, and 1,200 calories. That's quite a bit for dinner, but as you'll see here, we make up for it. So now we're totaling up for the day, 1,800 calories for the day, which really isn't that bad. As we talked about in the first video, ChatGPT and I put our heads together and determined that I burn about 2,500 calories a day between just being alive and doing all my daily activities. So then we ChatGPT calculates the protein for the day, so I don't have to do any math, which is always nice. And then now we're going to start counting in the exercise. So I had put in that I seen that a study that burns about 400 calories. ChatGPT says that matches standard data, so that's what we're going to use. And now here we're going to talk about the stuff I did in the garage plus the 1,500 or 15,000, excuse me, steps that I got in for the day. And, ChatGPT is going to tell me, okay, that's about another 400 calories burned. So as you can see here in the next step, that's 800 calories for the day. So that's 800 calories plus the 2,500 that I normally burn for the day. And my net calories for the day are only 1,004 calories after you take away the 800 for golf and working around the garage. And that's going to put me in a 1,496 calorie deficit for the day. So 1,400, basically 1,500 calorie deficit for the day. That's really good. And if you, I don't recommend you have a 1,500 calorie deficit every day, but if you're in a solid deficit day after day and week after week, you're gonna lose weight, just like I did. That's how I lost 50 pounds, basically just using ChatGPT to keep track of what I eat and what I burn, because otherwise, how am I going to know that? I didn't ever know that, and so I didn't ever lose weight. And as you can see here in the next slide, uh, ChatGPT's coaching notes. ChatGPT is very motivating, and it's basically just some coaching here to tell me pretty much what I'm doing right. It doesn't tell me a lot of what I'm doing wrong unless I do something really stupid. Then it will tell me. But um, this gives me a little motivation to keep going. Sums up the day, tells me what I'm doing well, and this keeps me motivated to do that the next day and the next day and the next day. And then what keeps me really motivated is actually seeing the weight loss, seeing the pounds come off, seeing myself get stronger. And that's that's what I that's what I did religiously for the last 80 days. And this is what has helped me really keep the weight off and really get me to where I am now. And it's going to help me get to where I'm going to be in the future. So hope you, like I said before, hope you're going to come on the ride with me, and we're gonna take this all the way. So I hope you got something useful out of this video. Next time, we're going to do a tour of the latest renovations in the garage and go over my current equipment and how it got me to this point. We will probably even do a physique check before the start of bodybuilding prep. And honestly, that's probably going to be a little embarrassing for me, but if I'm going to get up on stage at a bodybuilding competition, I'm going to have to get used to it. So we're going to run with it. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I promise it's completely free, but you could always Venmo me some money if you like. But hitting the subscribe button is just as good, and it doesn't affect your bank account. So until next time, insert hilarious tagline here. Damn it. We'll see you in the next one.